Islam is there since time immemorial, since man set foot on this earth.
Throughout antiquity, there was a major philosophical idea that got formulated again and again by intellectual giants like Lucretius, Iamblichus, or Themistius. This is the idea that religiosity was born with us. It is an essential part of our nature, like eating, hunting, or playing, that we simply have been doing since the beginning of our existence. And as these philosophers looked around the world, they saw not one religion, but rather many indigenous religions, most of which were polytheistic, by the way. This is important to note because polytheism sees the divine in plural. So not only there were many natural religions, but they also all acknowledged this diversity. This is actually supported by historiography. We have plenty of artifacts, idols, and cave art to prove that religious behavior did exist early on. Researchers like to call this by many different names, but what is sure that we are talking about religious traditions that were directly connected to the pagan regions of antiquity, which were and still are to this day organic continuations of those practices. The oldest known religious texts that we have today are from Egypt, called the Pyramid texts, containing pagan knowledge on rituals and the afterlife. The oldest known religious texts from the world regions are the Vedas. For me personally, this is especially important, as they already contain some myths that my religion, Asatru, shares with Vedic Hinduism. Now, Muslims like to claim that the first and most natural religion is Islam. And it is very difficult to react to this statement because it is just so random and imaginary. Of course, we have zero archeological or textual evidence for it, and the only proof they usually give is referring to their own sources. But those texts are from the 7th and 8th century, which means Islam is actually one of the youngest religions today. It is not an Islamophobic misconception that Islam is 1200 years old, but the logical and academically founded conclusion. This is important for two reasons. One, if we really have divine creators or ancestors, then ultimately the true religions have to be the oldest ones, and well, we are the oldest religions. Second, it also points to the fact that being pagan is the most natural way of spirituality. Monotheistic religions, but especially Islam, completely broke with the archaic traditions and forfeited their knowledge. In contrast, we pagans preserve the true divine knowledge that our forebears handed down to us from generation to generation. Our morality is a fulfillment of the true potentials of human nature. It is against wasting your possibilities like capitalistic hedonism urges you to do so, but it is also against denying your own constitution like monotheistic religions do.